Let's make this cozy. I got my tea. Let's do it. As we find ourselves in the heart of the year, June offers us the best moment to reflect and look back at the past 6 months. This week it's also the midsummer solstice. It's going to be the longest day of the year, and so this summer solstice comes with a lot of reflection and introspection and just looking back at our life and looking within ourselves to see where we are, where we want to go to, and what we can do to get there. I feel like just yesterday we were celebrating the New Year's with hopes and expectations and dreams and new goals, and now it's already mid-year. Life is unpredictable and sometimes just throws you challenges that you can't predict, that you can't plan for, and that's perfectly okay. If you think that you're not quite there with where you want it to be in terms of your goals, your dreams for the year, just take a deep breath. This is a gentle reminder that there's still plenty of time to align with your goals and to get there in the next 6 months. Together, let's explore how we can best use the next 6 months in order to achieve everything we've set out to achieve. Embrace this mid-year check-in with sort of a fresh pair of eyes, analyzing the past 6 months and looking forward into what else you can do in the next 6 months in order to achieve those things. This is just an opportunity for us both to look at our present selves and ask ourselves, is this where I want to be? And if the answer is yes, that's amazing, good for you. If the answer is no, this is the video for you, because you will get there at the end of the year. With a balanced heart and a clear vision, the next 6 months can be that pivotal moment in your life that is going to take you from where you are now to where you want to be. So how can you get there? Well, the most powerful thing is actually visualization. One of the most powerful tools for staying focused and motivated is actually seeing the stuff you want to achieve on a constant basis. I really believe in the power of visualization. Visualization. I really believe in the power of visualization, and I really believe that a vision board can help you achieve your goals. Sure, just having a vision board is not gonna get you there, but seeing that vision board every single day is definitely gonna push you that extra bit when you need it to. And here is Simba, who decided he is gonna join us, which is perfectly fine. Actually, no. If you already have a vision board, that's great. Take this moment and this opportunity to revisit it. Examine each image and each quote. Do they still resonate with who you are today and with what you want to achieve for the next 6 months? Reflect on the progress you've made and adjust if needed. Look at what you've done, what is on your board, and what has already happened. What have the past 6 months taught you? Use these insights to create actionable steps that will guide you in the right direction in the next 6 months. Because you already have a vision board, you're almost a step closer because you've already put everything you want to achieve into the universe. It's already there. You just need a refresher. You just need to look at it again. Maybe change the position of your vision board. Maybe put it somewhere where you're spending more time. Maybe put it by your mirror, so every time you do your makeup, you have it right there and you're forced to look at it. If you haven't yet created a vision board, now is the perfect time. I know that we have this idea of creating a vision board of everything we want to achieve in the new year on January 1st. And if you haven't done that, it is considered a failure, but it is not a failure. Sometimes it just takes us longer to think about what we want. And winter, for most people, including myself, it's a time to reflect and to really analyze the past year. It's not a time to have all these actionable insights all ready to go and put them on the paper. Now, with half a year already behind us, you have a clearer vision of where you want to become and what you want to achieve. Pinterest is always my go-to and an excellent resource in terms of inspiration. Search for things that you want to achieve and see what resonates in terms of the aesthetic of the pictures even. I will show you what I personally chose, and I will sort of let you in on what I want to achieve for this year in terms of goals, achievements, and everything else that I want to happen in my life, in case you need inspiration. Search for images that embody the vision that you want to achieve. Once you've selected the prints that you want, you can use free services or cheap services like Footprints, which is the one that I've always been using for my vision boards, and this is not a paid partnership. I wish, but it isn't. I've been using them for probably 4 years already, doing this every single time I have the opportunity to print some good quality images. And before I delve deep into creating my own vision board, I'm gonna give you some more tips and insights so that you can also reflect on the past 6 months after or before doing this vision board, in case you need to further look at what happened, further analyze what's going on, and have a more clear vision as to where you're headed in the next 6 months. You know, at work, where you sometimes have an end of year review and you try to reflect on the past year and you have literally no idea what happened and you forgot everything and your mind is just blank? This is exactly why a mid-year check-in is a lot better, because all of these memories are fresher in your minds and you are more likely to remember what happened in the past 6 months compared to the past full year. Think about all the things that you've achieved this year so far. They don't have to be the ones that you thought about at the beginning of the year or that you planned for, because these might have just happened accidentally or unexpectedly, but they're still your achievements and you should still think about them. Just because they're not on your vision board, if you are one of the persons that did have a vision board at the beginning of the year, that doesn't mean that they're not important. That doesn't mean that they're not going to shape your life, and that doesn't mean that you shouldn't add them on your vision board if they shaped the year in a different way than what you thought it would be. How have you changed compared to who you were 6 months ago? Really think about it. Who are you as a person right now, and who were you as a person in January? Make an audit of your life and think about all these things when you're trying to look further into the future. In order to achieve these goals, create a monthly check-in with yourself where you have a calm, peaceful environment that you can surround yourself with and really get deep into what you need to be achieving in order to achieve that bigger goal. The only reason why we let our dreams and our goals slip away is just because we don't prioritize them. We forget we've had them in the first place, and that is exactly why a vision board helps you in not forgetting about your goals, because they're literally a visual representation of them, a daily reminder of what you want to achieve and what you need to do in order to get there. So each month, allocate 1 to 2 hours, or even more if you feel like you have the time and you need the time, to reflect upon the past month and to look ahead into the next month. What are these actionable steps that you need to achieve and you need to prioritize in order so that in the next month you will be closer to that end goal? Let's take an example. One of my goals for this year is to learn to play the piano. Now, I'm not gonna end the year and I'll be this amazing pianist. That's not gonna happen unless I take smaller, actionable steps in order to get there. So my monthly check-in could be, how many hours am I able to prioritize next month in order to be a step closer to my end goal? Because I'm not just gonna be good at it from the first try. I have to practice. So it's this kind of things, this kind of reminders and prioritization that goes in, that is the difference between staying there and remaining there and being stagnant and getting there. Be gentle with yourself if you encounter setbacks. Take them as an opportunity to push forward and to challenge yourself to do better instead of a reason to give up. The journey towards yourself is as beautiful as the goal, as the destination. And you should celebrate each of your smaller victories. You shouldn't just wait to celebrate at the end. You should celebrate each day, each smaller achievement that is going to put you on that path to achieve your goals. Surround yourself with a support system. Sure, we all want to be these independent people that can do anything they want without anyone, and that is amazing, but it is also hard. Whenever you have a community that can uplift you, that can help you, that can support you, that can just hear you out when you're having a bad day or when you're frustrated that you don't progress toward your goal as fast as you'd like, that just helps you. It helps your mental health. It gives you more clarity towards what you should be doing or shouldn't be doing. It's so much easier. Sometimes simply talking about your passions and dreams can give you that motivation and can reignite that passion that you sometimes lose just simply because life happens. Practice gratitude. Just spending 3 minutes in the morning thinking about what you're grateful for can shift your perspective 100% from looking at what you're missing in your life and what makes you unhappy to looking at what you already have and the stuff that maybe you take for granted, such as being healthy. Having this cat that I don't know if you can see, that's like annoying me at the moment because he's in my way. But the fact that he's here is what happens. The fact that I do have a cat, the fact that I have a house that allows me to have a cat, the fact that I am financially stable in order to have a pet. There's so many things that we could be grateful as and for, but instead we're focusing on the now, on the I feel bad because this is happening. But maybe the fact that that thing is happening is already an opportunity in itself. So just try to practice that every day. I know it's tough and sometimes we forget and sometimes I forget, but I try to do it right when I wake up. After I snooze the alarm, after I'm like awake, I just think about, okay, today I'm really happy because this is going to happen. And I'm really grateful because I have this opportunity. Yesterday, I ate this amazing meal and I'm really grateful for that. Just saying things like this, saying them out loud, just puts your mind in the right place in order to achieve more. Seek out resources that aligns with these goals that you want to achieve. Let's take my example with the piano. If I want to succeed in being an average pianist by the end of the year, because I am also a realistic person, and I know I won't be a pianist in 6 months, but I can get there, I can get closer to my goal. So I might start listening to YouTube videos about tutorials on how to learn the piano faster. This might become my new routine instead of listening to music. Or if I do listen to music, I might listen to more piano covers so that I get used to that sound. I get used to how it should sound. And it's just gonna help me in small increments throughout my day. Remember that, oh, this relates to my goal. I'm gonna think about it. In this instance, let it pass because I have something else to do or I'm at work. But still have it in the back of my mind as I'm typing something on my computer and I'm hearing that piano cover in the background. Prioritize self-care. Achieving your goals requires a healthy mind and a healthy body. Self-care doesn't have to be eating a whole bag of chips and binge watching television for the whole weekend. Sure, sometimes it is, and sometimes we do crave not doing anything, and that's perfectly fine, and it's all about balance. But it's also, self-care might also be prioritizing the things that maybe you don't want to do today, but you know that by doing them, they will make you so much happier tomorrow instead of eating that bag of chips and watching that show. Self-care isn't a luxury. Self-care is mandatory in order to be able to work for any kind of goal, to fulfill any kind of dream. And self-care doesn't have to be expensive. Self-care for me at the moment is the fact that I light a candle and that I have a cup of tea that is warm and it's making my soul happy, and I have a bunch of flowers near me, and that is it. That is self-care for me at the moment. Now I'm going to show you how I am gonna be doing my vision board, and we'll do it together, and I'll show you what my goals are so that we can catch up about them in 6 months. Right, so I have finished my vision board and I love the way it looks. So as you can see, there's like a mix of just beautifully aesthetic pictures with quotes, because I'm really big into quotes and it really motivates me when I see text, motivating text, and just a bunch of like ideas that I pulled from my head into this piece of cardboard. So this is quite a big one and I might have to redo it because my partner also wants to make one, and in case he does, I'll give him this board because this is actually his, and I'll just look for something else like a piece of cardboard, or you can literally build a vision board on a piece of paper. Like, it doesn't have to be a fancy board or anything. But let me summarize what is in here. So my main priority for this year is myself. So I've put it in the center that this is the year of me. And then I have some very clear goals, such as 10,000 subscribers, like there's nothing to explain there, or buying a house in the corner here. And these things that are more like meaningful or spiritual or less clear from just looking at the picture, such as this car image. This is actually, I don't want a Fiat 500. I wouldn't mind one, but it's not like, that's not the goal. The goal is that I want to have my own car this year. I want my independence, and I know I will be achieving that, so I need to measure it somehow. When I will be in my car with many bunches of flowers in my passenger seat, and I will be driving home. That for me is how success looks like in terms of achieving this goal. Some other stuff here is going to therapy. This is actually a picture that I took a couple of days ago when I got my piano, just to remind myself of how happy I was that day, and that happiness is what is going to motivate me to practice when I won't be feeling as happy, when I'll get frustrating if things don't work, when I try learning something that is very difficult. So it's things like this that is gonna remind me on how I need to feel like and what I need to do in order to achieve success. I want to cook more. This is my sourdough. There's some nature images here because I do want to go out in nature more. And then there's quotes such as, it's time to start dreaming again, because I feel like I've been lacking in this department of dreaming. I've been doing a lot of actions, but I wasn't dreaming big, and I want to start dreaming big again. It won't happen overnight, but if you quit, it won't happen at all. That is actually a very powerful one. And the fact that I will be seeing this every single day is what will make me remind myself of my dreams, of my goals, of why I want to do the things that I want to do, or maybe why I have to do the things that I don't want to do. So it's things like this that hopefully also gave you some sort of inspiration of how my vision board looks. Again, your vision board doesn't have to look like this. It can be a digital vision board. I have actually last year's vision board on my iPad, but that just doesn't work for me for some reason. My brain automatically detects that it's like a wallpaper, so it doesn't really look at the image profoundly as if I'm looking at this. So this works for me, and that is why I did it, and I hope it helped you just visualize how my vision board looks like. And if you want me to go more in depth, let me know. And in 6 months' time, when I will be doing my review, I will go into more in depth and explain my goals, and maybe go like one by one, or maybe group them into certain categories that we can analyze together. Let me know. In 6 months, we'll meet again to discuss all the things that happened in the past year, everything that life threw at us and how we handled it, and the new dreams that will start to take shape for the new year. I hope today's video brought a sense of peace and clarity to your life. Remember, you are capable of achieving anything, and I mean absolutely everything you set your mind to. Dreams don't work unless you do, so let's work together towards achieving our dreams and be happy with our successes and enjoy the small wins. If you would also like to be part of my community, I would really appreciate it if you would give this video a like and a subscribe. And if not, that's alright. I really enjoyed talking to you, and I hope that this video motivated you in some kind of way if you needed this kind of motivation. Until next time, take care of yourselves and savor every moment. Bye!